Hello everyone, my name is Srijan, and in this short video I will be explaining the network design and configuration that I created for the ABC company. The company has two locations which are Sydney and Melbourne, and both offices are connected through an ISP router. I will walk through IP addressing, VLANs, routing, DHCP, security controls, and the overall connectivity. I will try to keep it simple and clear. So basically, regarding the overview of the network, you can see there are two sections. One is for Sydney office and one is for Melbourne office. Both sites connect to the ISP router using serial 1 links. Melbourne uses 20.20.20.0 slash 30 network, while Sydney uses 40.40.40.40.0 slash 30 for one. Instead, each office inside the each office, the LAN are built using Cisco switches and router. I am doing this configuration in Cisco Packet Tracer. In Sydney, you can see there are two networks. There are two internal networks. One is server network and another one is user network. The server network is using static IP. The network for server network is 172.41.0.0.0/24, and the gateway is 172.41.0.1. And regarding the user network, it will be using DHCP with network 172.41.1.0/24, and the gateway is 172.41.1.1. Okay. DHCP server is placed in Sydney because the client wanted to manage IP allocation centrally. I created two DHCP pools, one for a Sydney user and another for Melbourne HR VLAN, which I will explain in a moment. The Sydney router is also responsible for routing traffic between two networks. Now let's talk about Melbourne network. Melbourne has one main network but is divided into two VLAN because the company wants separation between department. VLAN 10 is used by IT department, whereas VLAN 20 is used by HR department. So basically, the network and gateway you can just see in the Cisco packet. So I will not be talking about that because it will be very long video. Between two switches in Melbourne, I configured an Ethernet channel using LACP. The main reason for doing this was to increase bandwidth and give redundancy if one physical cable goes down. So you can see there are four cable connected. So this is the reason. The trunk port allow both VLANs across the switches. Regarding routing, I have used RIP version 2 because the assignment requires it. The user is required to complete this assessment using RIP version 2. So the Sydney router, Melbourne router, and the ISP router all advertise their network in RIP. So you can all see in the assessment regarding Sydney, Melbourne, and the ISP, which will allow full end connectivity between all the office. Regarding ACL is access control list. The client one specifically to limit the access for certain groups. So only Melbourne IT, so which is using VLAN 10 user should access the Sydney server, and the Melbourne HR team using VLAN 20 should not access the server. So to do so, I create an ACL on the Sydney router that allow only VLAN 10 subnet and blocks VLAN 20 from reaching. The ACL was applied on the inbound direction from the Melbourne side. Testing shows PC3 from VLAN 10 can access the Sydney server, whereas PC4 from VLAN 20 is blocked from using the server. So basically, IT team use VLAN 10, so yeah, they can access Sydney server, but HR team is not able to access Sydney server because they are using VLAN 20 and VLAN 20 is blocked. Regarding DHCP and connectivity test, the DHCP service works properly for Sydney users and Melbourne HR network. PC receive IP address automatically from the correct pool. I also performed the ping test. There was success in ping from Melbourne IT to Sydney server as it should be, and from Melbourne HR to Sydney server it was blocked. That was expected because we have created blocking mechanism over there, and Sydney device can ping Melbourne devices. RIP route shows all the network, so that's a success. Overall, all connectivity is stable and matches all assignment requirement. So to conclude, the network has been configured successfully to meet the company's need. It includes VLANs, Ethernet channel, DHCP services, RIP routing, static addressing for server and ACL security. The design is scalable, organized, and secure. Thank you for watching this video. So I will be submitting everything, so there might not be any question.